Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Weekend Preview and Prediction Show. First off, I must say RIP to the legend, arguably the greatest footballer to ever walk the face of this earth, Diego Armando Maradona from Argentina. No Brazilian fans and a lot of other fans as well are going to argue that Pele is the greatest. I mean, Maradona is the greatest I've ever seen play, so for me, he's the greatest. But anyways, RIP to the legend as we continue to mourn his loss. He left a great impact in this world, in the world of sports and football, particularly. So to get into the mix of things, we have a game today in just a few hours. Probably by the time this video is uploaded, it might have already started, probably played. The kickoff, the early game today is Crystal Palace hosting Newcastle United. Now, based on the form of both teams, this one could go either way, but I'm just gonna make it quick. I can see Crystal Palace coming out 2-1 winners in this game. Not a lot to talk about in this game. Two teams that are struggling to stay afloat, stay away from the relegation zone. Newcastle have some pretty decent pieces, so does Crystal Palace. They may have the better star in this play actually in Wilfred Zaha. So Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle 1 in this game. Excuse me for going off paper today, but wasn't following up too much with the fixtures, so I had to write them down. The early game tomorrow morning sees Brighton hosting Liverpool. Now, even though I'd love to see Liverpool lose this game, I can't really see that happening. For one, Salah is back, and quite a few of Liverpool defensive pieces are back as well. So, with that being said, and Brighton being a little bit short tomorrow, one of their main attacking threats, the right wing back, Tariq Lamptey, he will be serving his red card ban starting with tomorrow's game. So with that being said, they still have a few attacking forces to be reckoned with. But Liverpool, the way they're playing right now, even though they lost in Europe this week, I don't see where that's going to affect their their league form. So Liverpool 3, Brighton 1 in this game. Next game, Man City hosting Burnley. City seems to be finding their feet somewhat. Burnley, on the other hand, they got their first win over the weekend. I did predict last week, as a matter of fact, Burnley having a positive result. And JR think I was drunk from my prediction. But them traveling to the Etihad tomorrow with City being hungry, they don't want to fall too far off the pace. I'm going to say City 3, Burnley 0 in this game. Sterling is back, Aguero is back. Should be a comfortable win for City tomorrow. Everton hosting Leeds. Now, this is a battle of the pretenders / maybe contenders so far. They are trying to be up there with the big boys, top 4. As a matter of fact, Everton is currently in 6th place. Yeah, I think Everton is in 6th place right now. Leeds is Leicester is in the top 4. Yeah, Everton is in 6th place right now. Leeds is playing some beautiful stuff. They have taken points out of the big teams, but have lost to some smaller teams. Everton is more under in the same ballpark as them right now in terms of quality and performances. So this should be a really good game. I was leaning more towards an Everton victory, but after thinking about it somewhat, I'm gonna say this game is gonna end 2-2. Everton versus Leeds tomorrow. And then the final game tomorrow, West Brom hosting Sheffield. Somewhat of a dollar fear. I think nobody goes stay home tomorrow to watch this one. A late afternoon game. Unless there's nothing else to do really. But yeah, another draw. 1-1 draw. West Brom versus Sheffield. I can't really see it going any other way, to be honest. Sunday's game, the early one, Southampton hosting Manchester United. Now Southampton is still without Danny Ings, which didn't impact them much last game. But facing a Man U team that seems to be on a run right now, playing pretty decent, you know, based on their form in the Champions League as well. Now, some of the players that played in the Champions League might not get a start on Sunday, so that's something else to look into. But if their coach is gutsy enough to start Van der Beek again on Sunday, then it could spell some trouble for the Saints. But I still don't expect the Southampton to go out there and play any different than they normally play. They're going to play their football, which is possession football and attack. So this is going to be a game with goals. So I'm going to say Southampton 3, Man U 2. Chelsea versus Tottenham, the game of the weekend. Should probably leave this till last, but the fact that it's not a debate, just a one-man show today, I'm just going to go ahead and say it's going to be a tough one. Chelsea hosting Tottenham. Chelsea with their attacking force right now, not as good in defense. Tottenham, very solid. Have some of the best attackers in the league currently. Solid midfield, solid defense, and a coach who knows how to get things done tactically. Now, unfortunately for him, he hasn't been able to get the better of Frank Lampard so far as a coach. So this could be another challenge for him. So I'm gonna say a 2-2 draw in this game as well. Mere fact that, like I said, Chelsea's defense isn't all that, but they have a very potent attack. And Tottenham, on the other hand, even though they're very good in defense and may play more solid game, if they need goals, they can unleash their goal scorers. So I'm gonna say Chelsea 2, Tottenham 2 in this game. The final game of the day on Sunday, Arsenal versus Wolves. Arteta finally seems to be getting it right, formation and tactics wise. We saw in the Leeds game over the weekend, even though Pepe got a red card and it kind of affected the play, you know, they were still able to hold out, still play some decent stuff. Then we saw yesterday in the Europa League, even though Molde isn't, you know, an opponent to write home about, they're still in the Europa League, they're in there for a reason. And like I said, I like the setup that he's finally using. Hopefully, they continue with that tomorrow. If they continue with that and the right pieces are out there, if Partey is fit, Saka is fit, I can see Arsenal winning this one 2-0. Now, I was told that Wolves is the best defensive team in the league right now, which their record shows that, but, you know, Arsenal does have an attack that can open the one if the coach get the tactics right tomorrow. So Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. And extra games for Monday. I don't know why the league continues to have these Monday games, especially 2 games on a Monday. Don't really make no sense. I mean, I guess for the league, the fact that there are no fans in the stadiums and all their money right now is coming from TV revenue from TV revenue basically. So I'm guessing that's why the games are being stretched out like this. So Monday we have West Ham hosting, first game is Leeds hosting Fulham. No, Leicester hosting Fulham. My apologies. Leicester hosting Fulham. Leicester 4, Fulham 0. Just like that. Don't even have to think about that one. Leicester 4, Fulham 0. You know, with Leicester having all their firepower back, playing at home. Yeah, Fulham can pose a threat now and then, but it's not even gonna be close. Leicester 4, Fulham 0. Final game of the weekend. West Ham hosting Aston Villa. Another couple teams that are here or there about trying to make it at least to Europa, and they have been playing solid, both of them so far this season. You know, as a matter of fact, Villa, I think both of them are in the top 10 right now, but Villa seems to be the one that is getting it done more on a consistent basis. You know, they are playing beautiful football. West Ham, though, even though they're not playing as attractive as some of the other small teams, they have a coach in David Moyes who, for many years at Everton, was getting that job done, keeping his team in at least at the top half of the table. and he's been able to do that with West Ham so far, and not so much with his the skilled and exuberant players, but more the hardworking blue collar type players. So that's gonna be a good game. I'm predicting 2-minute draw games for this weekend, but this is another one. I see West Ham 2, Aston Villa 2. I can't really see a winner in this game, and it's not gonna be a scoreless game. There's gonna be goals in it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna change this one. Villa 2, West Ham 1. That's my predictions for this game. Alright, that's it for all the predictions for this weekend, all the games. But quickly, just want to give a rundown of some of the stats leaders. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, surprisingly, is leading the league with 10 goals from 9 games. I mean, I, for one, I'm not entirely surprised. I've been watching him since the England youth setup, and he's a player where I always rate. But it's just that for his first few years playing for Everton in the league, he didn't have the supplying roles like James, or he played along with Richarlison last season. But you know, having a James in there, having a Luca Digne playing at fullback, you know, it's bringing more to he's getting more support, more supply in the box right now. So yeah, he's leading the league with 10. Son is in second place with 9. Salah and Vardy 8 both, and Bamford and Harry Kane follow up with 7. Now in the assist department, surprisingly, Harry Kane is leading that with 9 assists. Yeah, very shocking, you know. But that's something else that Jose has brought to his game, giving him the freedom to drop off more in the midfield, play like a number 10 sometimes, but still pop up as a striker when he needs to. You know, and he has players like Son running off of him, which is making his job so much easier. So Kane is leading the assists with 9 goals. He could be on pace for Thierry Henry-like season, 20 goals, 20 assists, because it's only 9 games so far in the season. So who knows? I mean, I wouldn't like for a Tottenham player to break that record, but he seems to be on pace for that right now. So that's something to look out for. Second in assists is Jack Grealish. He has 5. Very, 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 very excellent player at Aston Villa. Player that I've rated since his previous spell in the Premier League before Villa got relegated. You know, he's in second. Luca Digne in third with 4 assists. And John McGinn, another Aston Villa player. So 2 Villa players in the top 5 in assists. League leading Tottenham, unfortunately. And I don't like the look at things. I would prefer the league end right now than Tottenham to win it. You know, I prefer there be no football to watch for 1 year straight than Tottenham win the league. But right now they are currently the league leaders, followed by Liverpool, Chelsea, and Leicester. So that's gonna be a tough race. That's gonna be a tight race, I should say, for the league this year. City is further down the table, not yet in the top 10. Man U is in 10th spot right now. So those are teams to look out for by, let's say, the end of December, around the Christmas break. But if Tottenham is leading around Christmas, then we're going to have cause for concern, because Jose Mourinho doesn't normally lose his leads like that. So it's going to be an interesting season. Lots more to look forward to in the coming weeks, especially with fans coming back into the stadium. Not the bulk of fans that we're used to seeing, but hopefully enough to bring some home support, the warmth of home, to some of these players. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. Continue to like, subscribe, leave your comments, let me know what you think about the video so far. If there's anything you would like to be added to any discussion or any topic, please feel free to leave your comments. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.